It's Rachel Joy over at Joyful Derivatives. I'm coming on live tonight for my new weekly reader Q&A. I have 3 questions that some of my followers have asked me, or my readers, and I wanted to share a little bit of DIY insight with you guys, or decorating insight. So we'll get started with that. Then after I'm done talking through those questions, I wanted to share with you guys, I put it in my stories earlier today, but I'm doing a really fun farmhouse decor giveaway. And I've got 3 really great items that I've gotten from Decor Steals. And if you're in the farmhouse world at all, you know who Decor Steals is. One is a really neat accordion lamp. Another is a metal and wood kind of shelving unit. And then the other is one of their vintage iron old school scales that you can use for decorating. So those are the 3 things I'm giving away, and I'll show them to you at the end of the live today. But I just wanted to make sure you knew that that's coming. So I guess we'll get started with my Q&As. I have 3 questions from friends or followers. I call all my followers friends if you haven't realized that yet. You'll see it in my emails and such. I'm definitely that way. So we'll get started with the first one. Someone asked me was, which foam do you use for your DIY window seats? So in case you haven't seen, we have a really big window seat in the front of our house that we did like a DIY type built in. And my husband actually upholstered it for me. He's so great. He does the things I really don't want to do. So I had a friend that was putting one in at her house, and she wanted to know what foam to get. So I brought visuals tonight. This is the type of foam we use. It's a green high density foam. This is a 2-inch thick, I'm pretty sure. But I would recommend going with 3 inches thick, because 2 inches, even with some extra batting, can get not quite as cozy. The one thing you have to think about is the finished height that you want your bench seat at. So obviously, whatever the thickness of your foam that you're using is going to add to the height of your seat when you're done. So you want to account for that when you're building in the seat. But the other thing I would recommend is doing, some basic batting, doing 2 layers of that over the foam before you upholster it. That will make it really cushy, really comfortable, and you won't get tired of sitting on it. Like I cannot sit on hard things without it hurting. And so 3-inch foam and 2 layers of batting is going to be the key to making your built-in or your upholstered bench seat comfortable. So that was my first question. What type of foam do you use in a DIY upholstered bench seat? And we used 2-inch and 1 layer batting, and I'd say that's not enough. So if you're doing it, I would say use 3-inch high density foam and 2 layers of batting. The other thing to make note of is this high density foam is actually pretty expensive. If you we get ours at Joann Fabrics, excuse me, and it's like, I want to say $25 a yard or something insane. So the nice thing is you can get it by the yard, and you can use a coupon at Joann Fabrics for it. So I would say make sure and buy it when you have a coupon, and it's good for 1 fabric cut. That's what they call it. And only get probably as much as you need for the length of your seat, because it is kind of expensive. So I put some links in the document that I'll link up to this replay on Facebook. Hi, Chris. And you can reference there which ones we're using. But my next question is from Lisa, and it's, what is the best paint to use on varnished wood to cover varnished wood without much sanding? So obviously the bane of everyone's existence is sanding wood down to its original no stain, no varnish level before painting or staining it again. My husband may say the opposite. He loves woodworking, so he'd say, no, that's part of the fun. I disagree. I cannot stand it. So when we bought our previous house, we had all wood baseboards and trim and everything like that, and I really wanted it to be white. And so I did some research into how to paint that stuff without having to sand it all the way down to the bare wood. And our solution has been really good primer. So I mean, obviously you want to wash it with soap and water. You want to sand it lightly to at least rough up the surface. But then Kills 2 Primer, which is a stain blocking primer, and it's very clear that that's its purpose, has done wonders. It will keep the stain from seeping through onto your paint, and it will allow your paint to cover really well, even over the varnish. I have used that primer even on like oak kitchen cabinets that have like a white or a clear coating on them to seal them. I did not sand off all of the clear coat. I just sanded it lightly and then painted the Kills 2 primer on it, and it has done superb. Like, it's been great. I also would recommend, if you're painting kitchen cabinets or cupboards, to use a paint that's purposed for that. We've used one by Valspar that you can get at Lowe's, and it's actually a cabinet paint, and they call it oil infused to give it a little more durability. We've used that on ours as well as another client's project, and it's done really well. It's durable. It holds up to the wear and tear of being in a kitchen with two littles that run around and bang their toys up against it. Like, we have running parties in our house all the time. We have an island in the kitchen, and then we have a dining room table on the other side. And so they run around the island and then around the table and then around the island. And the cabinet paint has held up really well with all of that activity. So I would say the key is, if you want to paint wood that's been stained or varnished and you don't want to sand it all the way down to bare wood, is to use a very good stain blocking primer. Again, we use the Kills 2 primer just from Home Depot, and it works excellent. So that would be my solution for that question. Number 3, what kind of window coverings can you do for windows that have tapered tops without having blinds that are just kind of hung in the middle and stay where they're at? So I have a friend who bought a house, and it has vaulted ceilings, right? So you've got these vaulted ceilings, and it's got these beautiful windows that are square at the bottom, but then they follow the vault at the top. So they're not square, obviously. And blinds can't really, I mean, I guess you could have custom blinds made that would hang that diagonal and down, but it's not typical. And in her case, where the window stopped being square and went to the taper, they had like wood mini blinds hung there, and they were hanging down, and she wanted them open most of the time because they didn't necessarily need the privacy in that room, and they wanted the light coming in the windows, but she didn't like the look of having to have that big chunky mini blinds all kind of pulled up at the top right in the middle of the window. And so my recommendation for her was to take the mini blinds out. Obviously, if you don't need privacy in there, except for certain periods of time, you don't necessarily need mini blinds. And if you want the light coming in all the time, the mini blinds are kind of useless. And then to get a tension rod, curtain rod for some sort of curtain. It could be normal panels that are just the height of your window from that level spot down, or it could be, my parents have some really nice just fabric shades that are just straight, solid. They don't roll up. They don't pull open side to side. They're literally just a fabric shade the size of the window that they put in with a tension rod. So I'm feeling like visuals tonight, so y'all are getting a lot of visuals. Anyway, so this is just a simple, cheap, old, tension rod for curtains. And they're light duty because they're not very big, this one. I have linked up some from Target that are a nice, brushed nickel or whatever, so a higher quality if you wanted something real pretty. Not that this isn't pretty. It can be pretty. I'm going to use this in my bathroom, so obviously I like it enough. But this is so you can stow away your curtains and your tension rods when you're not wanting privacy. And then in the evening, and your window will be totally open with nothing obstructing the light and the view. And then when you want privacy, you just pull out your tension rod and your little curtain, you put it on there, and you plop it up in the window. Easy as that. So my friend thought it was a great solution because she actually has a coffee table that's got storage in it that she wasn't using. So she got a couple tension rods and some fabric curtains, and she just, when they want privacy, she pulls them out and puts them up. Otherwise, the window's totally unobstructed. It's beautiful light coming in and a view. So that would be my recommendation. If you have windows with the taper at the top and you want to be able to have some privacy on occasion but not have big mini blinds chunked up in the middle, I would say take them out and just use some fabric ones with a little tension rod. So those were my 3 questions. Simple ones this week, but you guys got visuals, so that's always exciting. I also, like I said, I want to show you guys the 3, thank you. I want to show you guys the 3 items that I'm giving away this week. I'm just really excited. Like, I wanted to do something as I'm gaining new followers and I'm gaining some ground on the blog. I want people to know that I'm thankful for them following, and I want to get to know my followers. And so I have 3 awesome items from Decor Steals. They're all pretty much farmhouse style. I guess you could call them vintage or rustic, but I would say they definitely fall into that farmhouse style. But that is my style, and I think a lot of my followers are that way, and so I thought it was appropriate. So I'm going to actually take my phone down, and I'm going to show you guys. I don't really do the selfie thing very often, so I don't really know how to hold the phone. Bear with me. So over here, this is the first item. So this is, maybe this will not be there. I don't even know. This is the accordion lamp. This is part 1 of 3. So it's actually pretty good sized. And it has a plug on the end that I assume is wall mount. My husband does all the electrical, so I'm not sure. Oh, good. I love that you are excited about that tension rod idea. So this would be awesome, like next to a bed for bedside reading, or in a little reading nook kind of mounted up above your chair. It's beautiful, and you can see it's got some of that rustic style, it's got some aged look to it. Again, so this is part 1 of my giveaway. And part 2 is this fabulous metal scale. You see these all over Instagram. I'm sure you are dying to have one. I was dying to have one until I realized how big it is. So beware, I don't have anywhere in my home where this tall of an item can sit. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. So this is part 2 of the giveaway. It's one of those iron vintage scales. It's beautiful, very heavy actually, good high quality. And then part 3 is this wall shelf. Can you believe one person is going to get 3 items? This is so exciting. I love this. So it's got a wood shelf, and it's got little kind of, let's see if you can see them, hooks at the bottom for hanging. We had intended on putting something like this in our bathroom, and it just didn't end up working out. So I wanted to give it to someone who could use it and love it. Obviously, none of these have ever been really used. I ordered them and decided that I would rather give them away to someone that follows me and loves me. Hopefully everyone who enters somewhat likes me. Even if not, it's okay. It's a giveaway. So that is the 3 pieces. I have a link in my profile as well as in my stories. It's just joyfulderivative.com/farmhouse decor giveaway with some dashes in there. It's a pretty easy, and you just put in your name and email, and it'll enter you in. You'll get an email that says, hey, want to make sure you want to enter this, because, oh, thank you. I love you guys. This is so fun. Okay, this is awkward for me because it's so far away now. Oh, better. I'm back. Anyway, so I'm really excited about it. I did mention in my email to my subscribers today that I am working on this month, in the next few months, I'm putting together some sort of decorating course. Although I'm not sure I want to call it a course, because I really want it more to be like coaching, where I like get in with you and learn what you're working on and help you figure out how to decorate in your home and how to understand your style and appreciate your taste. I think one of the biggest struggles for people is that they think they know what. Oh, thanks for your hat. I love it too. I actually really love wearing hats. Is that weird? I don't know. I would wear a hat every day if it wasn't not professional. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm working on something behind the scenes. We're coming out with some sort of like group coaching where I can help you figure out how to decorate and appreciate your style and be confident, because I feel like so many people, they know what they like and they see something at the store that they want to get and they're like worried that it won't go with their decor or it won't go with their style or it won't be appropriate. And I think most of the time, in fact, people that I've worked with, almost every single time, it's something that would go fabulous in their home. And I want you guys to be confident in your styles and in decorating your home in such a way that you love it, because that's the most important thing, right? Doesn't matter if anyone else likes it. I want you guys to love your homes when you walk in and appreciate them. And yeah, that's just my heart, and I'm really excited. So something's coming. Yes, Meadowdale Farm. Okay, so perfect. I will be sure to let you guys know as things come out. I have a launch date set, but I'm not quite ready to announce it yet, but it's coming in the next few months. So great. I'm loving. So I am probably going to send out an email soon to my email followers or my subscribers asking like what type of things you'd want in a course like that or class like that. And so if you're on my email list, be on the lookout for that. I want to get some input as far as from you guys, what you guys want, so that I can cater to you guys and serve you guys, because that's really my heart. So anyway, I think about 15 minutes or so, that's usually what my Monday nights look like. Do you guys have any questions? Or make sure you go to my profile and click the link and enter your name and email to enter the giveaway for those 3 awesome things. They would go fabulous in your home, I'm sure. Oh yes, I'm all about the practical I have 2 little kids running around my farmhouse, so yeah, I definitely like making sure that it's functional and does what we want, but is also beautiful in the style that we like. So you can subscribe if you go to my profile, so click on my little picture and it'll take you to my profile, my grid. There's a link in there to Farmhouse Decor giveaway. There's like a website. And it'll ask you for your name and email, and that will subscribe you as well as enter you into the giveaway for the farmhouse decor. So that would probably be the easiest way. If you want to just generically subscribe and you don't want to enter the giveaway, you can go to my main website, and on my main menu bar at joyfulderivatives.com, there's a little button that says sign up, and that will sign you up for my emails. And my email subscribers, they get a lot more behind the scenes. They get to kind of know what's going on in our world. And, oh yeah, that's from Hobby Lobby. Both of those pieces are from Hobby Lobby. Sorry, I get distracted by things people put in the comments and kind of like change gears. Anyway, yeah, so I would love for you to subscribe to my email, because that's my primary way of communicating with my followers. I'll do like this on Instagram and stuff, but that's definitely the best way to know what's going on kind of in our world and with our projects and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it good. We have a lot of home projects coming up that you guys can be on the lookout for. We're doing our backyard. We're putting in a giant, what we're calling mini farm. It's going to have a barn and chicken run and a ton of raised beds. My design background. It's all self-taught. I actually went to school for mathematics. I was a math major and a music minor, so I play guitar and I sing, and I studied math because I'm very analytical. And I've worked in the finance industry for a very long time, but I've always kind of had a flair for the interior design world. And when I bought my first home, or I rented my first home actually, I had this tiny little 600 square foot apartment, and I was able to make it into a full house with dining room, office, all sorts of things. And my landlord was a realtor, and she says, man, you should go into staging or something. Because I was like figuring out how to make it function in just a small square footage. And then we got our first home, and my husband was big into construction before he started his career as an engineer. And so our 2 brains together, we just kind of were like, this is amazing. Let's change this and do this. And it's kind of grown from there. So yeah, I would say it's all self-taught and just a love for design. And so that's my background. Does that answer your question? I think so. Anyway, so yeah, we have the 1 room challenge coming up. We're going to participate again. We participated in the fall and did our bathroom makeover with Modern Farmhouse bathroom. And, oh, I know. My son, it's so funny. We got chickens. Sorry, I'm changing gears. So, Meadowdale Farm, she said they got chickens and it led them to farming full time. And I swear, if my son could have his wish, it would be farming full time. Every time we go out there, Mom, I think we should get goats, or Mom, I think we should have a horse. He loves it. And we're probably going to get more chickens. We only have 2. We bought them about a year ago. But yeah, my kids love it. So I would be totally okay with that too. I think maybe we'll try a pig. I've heard pigs are really good for like selling. I don't know. Yes. Okay, so I'll show him your farm. That sounds great. Anyway, so yeah, dining room is coming up. My plans are going to be coming up soon. As far as the makeover there, it will be less remodel intensive. Our bathroom last ORC season was kind of tore out a wall and rebuilt structures, and this one is very much more just adding some new decor elements, doing some painting and some wall treatment, taking out some lights, those kinds of things. And so we are going to be doing it as guest participants, and we have a few sponsors this time, so I'm excited to share those sponsors with you guys. They're really great companies, and I think you'll love them too. So anyway, lots coming. It's exciting. I'm having so much fun with it. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying following along and enjoying me. As always, if you have any questions or feedback, you can email me. It's Rachel@joyfulderivatives.com. And again, if you want to enter the giveaway, the link is in my profile. And I will post this on my Facebook page. Oh, wonderful. I will post a replay of this live on my Facebook page with a document that kind of gives you the cliff notes, what the questions were from my readers, what the answers were, and some links. They are affiliate links to products that I've talked about, so you can see kind of exactly what I've been describing. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. This has been really great. I'm having so much fun. Who knew going live would be so exciting? But anyway, so I'm going to sign off, but I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will talk with you for sure next week, if not before. Okay, have a good one.